Anyway, I eat the sandwich while you're massaging me, and that's for the whole review. Like, it's gonna be so funny.
I'm gonna stand here and massage you while you eat a sandwich during your entire review.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be so funny. People who are fans of the movie will get it. It'll be fantastic.
I can't help but see the flaws.
What flaws?
I'm not gonna stand here for an hour and massage you.
It'll be so funny, though. We gotta do this.
I don't think it's necessary, Doug.
I think it's very necessary.
God, you look so gross.
No,
I'm not doing this. No,
honey,
no,
come back.
I'm not.
Honey, no. Shit. Honey, come back.
Hi, welcome to Film Stash. My name is Douglas Campbell. So, based on my YouTube poll and the box office for this weekend, no one really went to see the Toxic Avenger remake. I mean, some of you freaks have, but not the main populace. I kinda get it because there really wasn't a whole lot out, and other than like a couple of trailers and the Liquid Death commercial, they really didn't push out the Toxic Avenger. Skipping the MPAA to get an unrated rating kind of puts you in a difficult situation in terms of like promotion, but that's kind of the reason that I did want to check out this film. Unless you're like Terrifier that is like brought this back into the forefront, we don't really see unrated movies that often in theaters. But the thing is, like, I've never seen the original Toxic Avenger. Hell, I haven't even seen a Troma film before. And so I'm gonna talk about that for a couple seconds, but if you want to skip like right ahead to my 2025 review, the timestamp will be here. Troma. What is it? So Troma films, it is a subcategory of low-budget indie horror exploitation comedy films that are exclusively made by Troma Entertainment in 1974, founded by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Herz. If there's a word to describe these films, like simply, it's trashy. Non-PC humor that's aged as well as milk, insane violence, and if the original Toxic Avenger is anything to judge the rest of the movies by, extremely horny. For no real reason. They just want to shock you. Over the years, like, I've heard bits and pieces about Troma's reputation, you know? I've seen some weird shit. I've seen some terrible stuff. I've seen some schmaltzy garbage, like, I'm in. And so I popped the 1984 film into my 4K player. Jesus Christ. First off, this Blu-ray's quality, it's awful. It's fucking awful. It's like I took, like, my 4K player and I shoved like a VHS into it. It was just like such a terrible transfer. And second, nothing really could prepare me for what I was about to see. Like the story itself, it's extremely basic. It's like the general superhero origin story, but you know, with all the stuff that I've mentioned earlier about like what a Troma film is, it really just took this thing to like a whole other level. You have like some of the worst acting that I've seen on film. It was like they took a porno of like a superhero movie and then they just cut the sex scenes. And then like instead of the sex scenes, you just have like psychotic overacting.
I cannot take it. He is screwing up my karma.
It's like insane. This was a very hard movie to watch for the first time with my fiance. Not even 10 minutes in, the high schoolish bullies, they're sadistic maniacs that like play a game where they run over a 10-year-old. They stick around with the gore like for so long after that it turned from like a what the hell to like a I feared that the remainder of the movie would be like that. If that's what the movie was gonna be, that's not for me. It's a snuff film. I'm not interested in that. And thankfully, for the most part, they don't like go to that level again, but that doesn't mean it was pleasant to watch for the first time. And the thing is, it's very off-putting to watch. It's stuck in my head for a while, kind of like a mold, a fungus, a disease. The more I thought about it and I would like watch clips, little charms and things of effort, it began sprouting left and right. And like, in a weird way, I kind of warmed up to it over time. Just a little bit though, just a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna outright say I love Toxic Avenger. This film has a very limited budget. It had like $500,000. For a lot of stuff within it, they don't try. Whenever they want to try, They fucking tried. There's decent gore effects. The general makeup of Toxie, I think, is pretty well done for the budget. All the stunts, like, what the hell? But I don't know how soon I'm gonna go back to it, though. This movie's not for everybody. I know, shocker, right? Like, the only way to really appreciate the franchise from what I've seen of this first film, lower your expectations and sort of stoop to the level of their madness. And even the shitty, like, Blu-ray quality, I think, adds to it, too. I'd give this thing, like, a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching this video so far. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Any help that you give to this channel would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm currently working towards a goal of getting 500 subscribers by the end of this year. Any help that you can give this channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're already subscribed, if you're already part of this family, thank you so much. All right, so here we are at the Toxic Avenger 2025 reboot portion of the review. You probably skipped ahead to this portion, so if you're from that, welcome. I didn't know what Toxic Avenger was about. I saw the 1984 one for the first time relatively recently, and one of the lingering thoughts that I had after seeing that film is just, how the fuck are you gonna do a remake of this film? Like, how are you gonna go about it in the modern day? Like, that shit was insane. Get the fuck out of here. So in 2023, the film, it was made, but because the movie was unrated, they had a hard time finding a distributor. Eventually, with the help of Legendary Pictures, they were able to release the film this year, right to select theaters. And so, like, the first film, like, it took me quite a bit of time to learn to appreciate the things that it had to offer. And now here we are with the reboot, which theoretically, it should improve upon everything, but still kind of stay true to, like, sort of the raunchier elements of the first film. Well, what did I think? It's okay. I mean, there's stuff to like about it, though, I'll say that. Like, diving into the positives, I do think that this film, it is very tongue-in-cheek, and if you were a fan of that original film, I can't see why you wouldn't like it. And for someone like me, like, I like a lot of gore in my movies. Like, I like the creativity with that. And so within this film, whenever there is practical gore, I had such a good time. It was awesome. Yes, I'm there for it. This is crazy. Let's do this. Yes. And even in terms of creativity, like, I even like the revamped look of Toxie in this film. Like, it's a good design. It stands out. Going into the mix, this film, it is so much funnier than the original film. Like, it is significantly funnier. There's good intentional comedy, and there's good surprise moments that is really true to just kind of how much Troma tries to, like, push the boundaries a little bit. But also, like, it's in the mix for a reason. There were some good moments of comedy, but a lot of the comedy just didn't land for me. Some felt too try-hard and awkward as hell. Honestly, kind of similar to the original film, so maybe that was intentional on their part. And acting-wise, like, everybody knew this wasn't like a high-caliber Oscar film. Everyone pretty much dialed it up to 11, and the big standouts in that regard were Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood as the villains. I think Elijah Wood, like, was my favorite part of the film, honestly, because he was just so creepy. Like, but not all the performances I could gel with, unfortunately. Like, we all know that he is a great actor. Peter Dinklage is an awesome actor. Like, to me, he was, like, different level of bad. Not awful, but, like, he just didn't fit in this thing. Like, whenever he was trying to be intentionally comedic, like, I thought he did pretty well. But then there's, like, other times in the film where it just seems like he's kind of half-assing it. He was doing an accent that was going in and out. Like, it was just, like, a performance that was all over the place to me. And comment below, like, if you think that too, like, all 5 of you that have seen Toxic Avenger. As weird as it is to say, like, I feel like I was way more invested in, like, the original Toxic Avenger, which is crazy to say considering that pre-Toxie Melvin was, like, one of the most annoying characters put to film. But, like, the basic superhero story with him worked. Like, it's fun to see, like, someone who gets unjustly made fun of, like, get their payback. But with this, it's just, like, I feel like I couldn't really latch on to Peter Dinklage as this guy down on his luck. And unfortunately, that brings us to our negatives with this film. And I think the biggest disappointment for me was the story that they chose to go with this thing. If you look at the original film, like, it is super basic also. But what makes that story stand out, in my opinion, is that with just how much gore and crudeness and just over-the-top craziness is included within the mix, it makes the film, like, fairly unpredictable. Like, we don't know where it's gonna go. We don't even know, like, the end game for Toxie. But this film, this remake, like, while it was, like, incredibly fun to watch, like, I had a good time watching it. At times, it felt like they were playing second fiddle to, like, the Deadpool trilogy. Like, Deadpool, it ushered in, like, a whole new era of, like, crude, kind of sleazy, like, superhero media. And while I think that the Toxic Avenger remake was way more violent than, like, Deadpool 1, 2, or 3, essentially within the story, we just see Deadpool's 1 and 2 again. It plays out, like, almost exactly the same. It plays out as this sort of super generic, like, father-son type story, but with step-parents. It does it kind of half-heartedly. Like, I really don't care about the main lead, and I don't care about his stepson. Like, they have no chemistry with each other. It just felt like kind of a half-assed thing that we already have gotten before. I couldn't connect with the basic story. I was left a little disappointed. Now, truthfully, this review, it sounds like a lot harsher than I probably intended it to sound like. Like, I certainly would watch it again because there were elements in it that I liked. Maybe I just need to be, like, a bigger Troma fan to appreciate it. I don't think I'm ever gonna be that big of a Troma fan, but I would certainly watch this again. 3.5. For what it is, it's alright. Like, if I'm gonna check out, like, any more Troma films, I probably will watch Tromeo and Juliet, only because, like, it's early writing credit from James Gunn. Maybe I'd include Cannibal the Musical in there because it includes, like, work from Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Comment below, is there a Troma film that you would recommend that I check out? Should I finish the other, like, 3 Toxic Avenger films? Comment below, let me know. Well, that's all the time we have for today here on Film Stash. My name is Douglas Campbell, and if you excuse me, I'm gonna add to the stash.